1 Samuel 14, 1 to 2, and then we'll go down to verse 6 to 14. And it reads thus. Now it came to pass upon a day that Jonathan, the son of Saul, said unto the young man that bare his armor, Come, and let us go over to the Philistines' garrison that is on the other side. But he told not his father. And Saul tarried in the uttermost part of Gibeah under a pomegranate tree, which is in Migron, and the people that were with him were about 600 men. Verse 6. And Jonathan said to the young man that bare his armor, Come, and let us go over unto the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be that the Lord will work for us, for there is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few. And his armor-bearer said unto him, Do all that is in thine heart. Turn thee, behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. Then said Jonathan, Behold, we will pass over unto these men, and we will discover ourselves unto them. If they say thus unto us, Tarry until we come to you, then we will stand still in our place, and will not go up unto them. But if they say thus, Come up unto us, then we will go up, for the Lord hath delivered them into our hand, and this shall be a sign unto us. And both of them discovered themselves unto the garrison of the Philistines. And the Philistines said, Behold, the Hebrews come forth out of the holes where they had hid themselves. And the men of the garrison answered Jonathan and his armor-bearer and said, Come up to us, and we will show you a thing. And Jonathan said unto his armor-bearer, Come up after me, for the Lord hath delivered them into the hand of Israel. And Jonathan climbed up upon his hands and upon his feet, and his armor-bearer after him. And they fell before Jonathan, and his armor-bearer slew after him. And that first slaughter which Jonathan and his armor-bearer made was about 20 men, wherein as it were an half acre of land, which a yoke of oxen might plow. Jonathan was the son of the first king of Israel, Saul. And we all know that Saul is often referred to as an example of just how bad a king or anyone can become when they turn their backs on the Lord. I want you to know, however, that Jonathan did not follow in his father's footsteps. Jonathan still had a heart after God. Jonathan is actually remembered as a hero of the Bible, and is known for his great friendship, love, and loyalty to King David, even above that of his own father. As this passage begins, we see that Israel was once again in the midst of a war with the Philistines. And Israel was pretty much waiting in fear that the Philistines would attack. And it is interesting to note that Israel, and indeed the whole world to some degree, are still fighting those people who live in the Arab lands that were once part of the Philistines. Jonathan was not one of those persons to sit back for very long. He desired to be on the move and to be doing something, rather than to be sitting around and waiting for something to happen. And oh, we need more people like him today. Jonathan reminds me of a cartoon that I once saw, where there were two skinny old vultures sitting on a dead limb in the middle of a hot, burning desert. And they sat there for a long time, just waiting for something to come along and die so that they could have something to eat. Finally, one of them looked over at the other and said, Pooey, you know those cartoons? Pooey, instead of waiting for something to die, let's go kill something. Jonathan was tired of waiting around for something to happen. And although we don't know how long Jonathan had been in this situation, we don't know the period that he had been waiting, as it could have been 6 hours, a day, a week, a month. We don't know. What we do know is that he was in this situation along with around 600 other men. Jonathan decided that something wasn't right. He decided that it was not right for the child of God to be hiding in fear of the enemy. He was tired of waiting around, and so he decided to strike out on his own along with his armor bearer to go against the Philistines. Sometimes we just have to make up our minds to go and to do something, even when we really don't know exactly